Let's talk some more about the structure of proteins and nucleic acids. Proteins are made of amino acids. There are 20 amino acids. An amino acid looks like this, with the R standing for the part of the amino acid that is different from one amino acid to another. The R group is what gives an amino acid its properties. Those properties include things like whether or not the amino acid is repelled or attracted by water, and whether or not it has a charge. These are vitally important to a protein's shape. In the last video, we discussed the complexity of protein shape and how a protein goes from being a chain of molecules to a complicated unit that can provide an organism with a very specific function. The protein might be part of a muscle, a vital chemical carrier in the bloodstream, or an enzyme that makes it possible to digest food. What a protein can do is entirely dependent upon its shape, and that shape can change if the protein is exposed to heat or acid, or a lack of acid if that protein belongs someplace like the stomach. When a protein changes shape, we say that it has been denatured. Sometimes a denatured protein can get its shape back when it gets put back in the right environment, but sometimes the protein is permanently altered, like the proteins in a boiled egg. You can't unboil the egg. Those proteins are not useful in the same way as they were before. Proteins in living things only work when the environment is just right. Nucleic acids tell cells what proteins to make. They can do that because built into the molecules is a code. Each nucleic acid is made of repeating units called nucleotides. Each nucleotide has a sugar, phosphate, and nitrogenous base. A particular nucleic acid, like DNA, has all the same kinds of sugars. However, the nitrogenous bases change. There are 4 different nitrogenous bases in each kind of nucleic acid, and the order of the bases make up the letters of a code which tell the cell what order to put the amino acids in when it's building a protein. DNA is the nucleic acid you are probably most familiar with, but RNA is also important. There are several differences between DNA and RNA, but for now, the main thing to remember is that they have different sugars in them. Nucleic acids help cells make proteins, and proteins are vital macromolecules that allow organisms to do all the things necessary to stay alive. Thanks for watching. Stay awesome.